Hey guys, YouTube Warrior 100 here. Alright, and now here I am with another Halloween movie review. And now here I am with a review of Rob Zombie's Halloween sequel, Halloween 2. Um, so, really, I'm not even sure, why this film was even made. I mean, was there even, a point to even make a sequel to Rob Zombie's first Halloween? Because, I mean, really, after how the first film ended, it just seemed this thing was completely taken care of with a Laurie shooting Michael and supposedly killing him. So yeah, it really just seemed like the first film had just ended perfectly. So I really didn't really feel what the point was of really making a sequel. And yeah, a lot of people say that the first film really was kind of a pointless one to make, but this one is especially pointless. And that's how this film comes off. I mean, this film really just is like a completely pointless, forgettable film. So yeah, that's really just it sums this movie up. It's just extremely forgettable. I mean, seriously, there's not really a whole lot of plot for this film. It's really set on how um it's Lori is dealing with the aftermath of what happened in the previous film, and apparently she's having a bunch of hallucinations and stuff, and yeah, it's just a really bizarre storyline to this film. And yeah, it's showing that Michael is once again in the search for Lori, and he still it really isn't trying to really kill her. He's just trying to find her to reunite, and it's really how this film really comes across. Yeah, these films are really saying how Michael's not really trying after Lori to really kill her. He just wants to reunite with his sister. So yeah, it's just these films are trying to say how Michael Myers really isn't completely evil or stuff. He just wants to get back. He just wants to be reunite with his sister. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's really kind of just trying. These films are really trying to do Michael Myers, kind of what that Maleficent movie from 2014 did with Maleficent, trying to make her look not really just not really evil and stuff. So yeah, it's just really kind of just really kind of just screwing up the entire character pretty much. And yeah, that's how this film really comes off. I mean, I'm not really gonna go through the plot of this film because really just yeah, just there's not really much plot in this film at all. It's really just Michael going around killing people and just going still trying to go after Lori and reunite with her, and that's pretty much just the plot of this film. So yeah, it's a very complicated. Well, I don't want to say complicated, but very bizarre, and it's just a forgettable film. I don't really recommend watching this, and so yeah, it just really is yeah, it's just a totally uh, useless film to have around. And I mean, even if you say that the first film was also pointless, I mean, it at least did Rob Zombie was trying to do something different and dive into the psyche of Michael Myers and just kind of show his backstory. So I can admire that Rob Zombie at least tried to dive into more of Michael Myers' backstory and really show why he did become the monster that he has. So I can admire that about it. What Rob Zombie was trying to do with the first one, at least, but with this film, I just really don't see what he was trying to do at all. It just seemed like it was well, since the first film was overall a success, he just decided to try to do something else. But yeah, with this was just yeah, there was like this film just had nothing going for it. So yeah, it just is a totally forgettable film. I would give this film probably, I don't know, 2.25 stars out of 4. I mean, yeah, it's not worth a watch. You're not going to really get anything out of it. So yeah, really just if you're really interested in checking out the remakes, I would just say watch the first film, but don't take a look at this one because yeah, this won't film will leave you with absolutely nothing to remember it by. And so yeah, I'll just go over some things that were going on in this film. This film has like a sequence like at the beginning where it showed that like back when during like when Michael Myers is like at the Smiths Grove Sanitarium as a boy, well, during a visit from his mother, she ended up giving him like a white horse statuette as a gift, and then like it ended up like reminding him of a horror of a dream that he had of his mother's ghost that was like dressed in white and telling him she was going to bring him home. Yeah. And throughout this film, like Michael does have like hallucinations of his mother, and basically like his mother is like guiding him throughout this film. So yeah, that's kind of like bizarre. And like I said, in this film, like Laurie is just like having a whole bunch of hallucinations of Michael, whether it is like about what did happen in like in the first film, and yeah, it's just like throughout this film she just keeps having hallucinations, and then like it's also shown that Laurie like also like the hallucinations are also like starting to like make her hallucinate her like acting out the murders that Michael had done, such as like the murder of the mother's boyfriend in the first film with him like taped down dressed in the clown costume. Yeah, Laurie at one point in this film like had a hallucination of her pretty much in that situation. So yeah, and also in this film you do have a Dr. Loomis back, and Dr. Loomis he just like turns in like it's a completely different turn for Dr. Loomis, and he's just like comes across as very unlikable in this film. Like he ended up Dr. Loomis ended up like just wanting to make the event that happened with Michael Myers, and he just wanted to use it as an opportunity to write another book. So yeah, he just like used that as a reason to do it, and then yeah, over time after Dr. Loomis like started to promote his book, like the public just ended up like just hating Dr. Loomis, just like the public was just like blaming Dr. Loomis for Michael's murders and just how he exploited his victims' deaths. So yeah, and yeah, I should also say like this movie does like take place also a couple of years after the events of the first film. So yeah, I guess I should like just add that on to this film as well. Yeah, yeah, and eventually then in this film, after the release of Dr. Loomis's book, it then like Laurie eventually does discover that she is like Michael's younger sister, Angel. And then yeah, she then like starts to like get the hallucinations some more of like young Michael as well as their mother. And so, oh yeah, Laurie just has like the hallucinations throughout this whole film, and yeah, and yeah, it's basically just like this film really just is about yeah, it's just like in this film like Michael Myers just ends up like killing a bunch of people just to get to Laurie, and a lot of Michael's deaths in this film really are really forgettable. Like there really are not any memorable deaths in this film at all. But yeah, there's one like early on in the film when like shortly after the events of the first one, I think just like immediately after, it's shown that a Laurie is in taken to the hospital, similar to like what happened with her in the original film sequel. Yeah, the original Halloween 2, I guess I can call it by. Yeah, yeah. And at one point, like the as like there was a nurse like walking a boy back to her room after like she went to see Annie near somebody. Yeah. Then like Michael ended up attacking the nurse, and yeah, he ended up like repeatedly stabbing the nurse, and it was actually look seemed like a pretty brutal, violent murder. So yeah, that's like one memorable murder in this film, but everything else just like yeah, I can't even remember like any of the other murders that Michael did commit in this film. Like the rest of the murders are like absolutely forgettable. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, except for like yeah, Dr. Loomis also is killed in this film as well, but even like that is also like pretty forgettable as well. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, really just this film is like, yeah, there's really like nothing going for this film at all, and just like at and like at the end of this film, like after the death of Dr. Loomis, Michael eventually ends up being shot by Sheriff Brackett, and then just ended up like falling on some spikes, and apparently that ended up like releasing Lloyd from her vision somehow. And then yeah, she just ended up like telling Michael that she loves him, and just ended up like stabbing him repeatedly. And yeah, she just ended up like just walking away wearing Michael's mask. And then yeah, the last shot of this movie just is showing that Lori is just like in a psychiatric ward in isolation, and just like she's having a vision of like her birth mother Deborah, and just grinning at the vision. And then yeah, that's it. But yeah, of course, like after this, like with this film, like nothing came after this, because yeah, there was like no Halloween 3 after this, because I guess just there was a third Halloween film actually planned, but yeah, Rob Zombie ended up like turning down um the to return as the director. So yeah, the next film just ended up like getting like constantly like pushed off, and then like it kept like getting moved to like the following year each time, and then eventually like after like they just like couldn't get an agreement for anything, it ended up like being canceled. So yeah, this series just ended up being cut down to 2 films. But yeah, I can't really say it's much of a surprise, because I mean, yeah, with this film, like it just had nothing going for it. So yeah, this was just like a real pointless sequel. I think Rob Zombie really should have kept it to just 1 film, because yeah, he did just fine with what he was trying to do with the first film, with like making just like trying to dive more into like Michael Myers' backstory, and just really show like what did lead him to become the killer that he ended up being. So yeah, that's really something that I really do think that gave like the first film of this reboot duology a purpose. But yeah, with this film, it just had nothing going for it. It was just like completely forgettable, and just like nothing going for it. So yeah, I really do think that this was just like an absolutely pointless film. So yeah, like I said, I really don't recommend watching this. So yeah, and yeah, and yeah, after this, like since this film just really did not do very well, that's why like it just like ended up like just forcing this series into a cancellation. So yeah, but then yeah, luckily then they just the studio then finally decided to finally rewrite history, and they decided to return back to the original series in a sense. And yeah, they ended up making this new film, which yeah, I'm gonna talk about this film in my next video. Yeah, I went to see the film this past Sunday, and so tomorrow for Halloween, like I said, I'll be giving my thoughts on the new film. So yeah, that's gonna be coming tomorrow. I'm gonna be posting that tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But as far as this film goes, yeah, it's really just like a really forgettable film. So yeah, I really say, hey, like you just like don't take the time to watch this film, because you're not gonna really get anything out of this. So yeah, as far as these two Rob Zombie films go, I mean, yeah, people do really say that they are pointless, and while I would probably say they are, I mean, it is just like the first one was at least worth a watch if you're really interested in seeing, like, learning more about Michael's backstory. But yeah, that's really all that you will could probably really get out of watching these films. Everything else just really isn't, I would say, worth a watch. So yeah, that's just my take on these two Rob Zombie Halloween movies. So yeah, that's all I can really say about it. All right, so yeah, that's all I really have to say about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. And yeah, like I said, stay tuned tomorrow, where I'll be giving my thoughts on the new Halloween movie. So stay tuned for that coming tomorrow for Halloween. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this review. I know it was a little bit shorter, since like I really didn't go into like full depth of the movie. But yeah, I just really couldn't, because there really wasn't a whole lot to talk about. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.